Good Monday morning. I am so excited this morning as we wrap up our August conversations, people you should know, and pursuing your dreams. Because this morning I have none other than the trailblazer herself, the beautiful, the illustrious Dr. Latisa Carson with me this morning. And you know what? I was so excited about introducing her. I didn't say who I am, but you should know by now. I'm Genevieve Jones-Wright, founder and lead empower mentor of Motivation.In.Action. Dr. Carson.
Yes.
Good morning.
Thank you for having me today.
Oh my gosh, thank you for being here.
Yes.
So I got to ask you, you came here this morning, you got a full day ahead of you with patients?
Oh yeah, Mondays are my heaviest day.
Yeah, so
Yes.
thank you so much for taking time to be here to share your story.
Oh, I'm glad to be here.
So this is a question I love to ask my guests. You can take it as narrow or as broadly as you would like. But who is Latisa?
Who is Latisa? Latisa is a daughter of Christ, a wife, a mother, a physician, daughter, niece, friend, soror for some. That's who Latisa is.
I love that. So you have, and I'm going to try to get this right,
Okay.
Uniquely Fit Medical Weight Loss and Wellness Center.
Yes, that's one of my practices.
One of your practices, and you also have,
Unique healthcare for women.
yes,
Mhm.
you are a board certified OB-GYN,
Mm-hmm.
board certified obesity medicine specialist.
Yes.
I want to get it all right because you worked hard for those titles.
I did, and thank you. You got it all right.
So can you tell us a little bit about the weight loss portion first?
The weight loss portion. So about 10 or 12 years ago, I started noticing that a lot of my postpartum patients who had had babies, were having a difficult time getting the weight off. Or they were bigger the next time the next baby, bigger the next time the next baby, and having a harder time getting the weight off. And also my perimenopausal, postmenopausal patients. So I started doing some research in weight loss and going to some courses and taking some classes and flying all over the place, just trying to understand the science of obesity, the reasons for obesity, and how it was affecting the community. So that was my motivation, was trying to get the community around me healthier.
How does that align with your goal of helping the community?
Well, it helps to bring health to the community. And unfortunately, COVID showed the disparities in the community and our health disparities. And a lot of it, the center is obesity and everything else jets off from it. So it just kind of showed how important it was for people to be as healthy as they possibly could be.
So where's your wellness center located?
It is at 891 Coon Drive, Suite 111 in Chula Vista, and that's in Eastlake.
How long have you been in OB-GYN?
Oh, I add my residency years because those are years of torment, and I think those do matter. But it's been about 25 years.
Yeah.
It's been about 25 years.
And I don't think people know this part of it, but when you are in your residency, you're an actual doctor.
You are a physician. You graduated from medical school. You have a medical degree. You have your MD. You're just going through specialty training. There are some doctors who like not to go to residency, not very many, and they're called generalists. So they may do a year of an internship, and then they go on out and start their own practices.
See, I just learned something new. I didn't know that.
Yeah, there are not very many generalists left, but there still are some in the community.
So OB-GYN means you are a woman's doctor, people like to say?
I am, yes, I'm a women's doctor. I also say I'm a women's surgeon. So a lot of people don't realize when they think of obstetrician-gynecologist, they think of a doctor that just delivers babies. But I am a surgeon as well. So I do women's surgeries.
Didn't I say she was impressive? Okay. Back to the conversation.
Yes.
So Black woman doctor in San Diego, not too many of you.
There are not very many of us. There are only 2.5% African American female physicians in the entire country.
In the entire country?
In the entire country, yeah. So I'm the only African American female board certified OB-GYN and solo private practice in the entire county of San Diego.
That's what I'm talking about. That's why you're here.
We're out there, some of us are in systems like Sharp Reed Steele or Kaiser, and we're out there. I actually haven't met them all. I've been trying to get a hold of them, making a list, trying to call people and trying to get us all together because we don't know each other. When you're caught up in a system, you don't think or work outside of the system a lot of times.
I was just going to ask, Where can we find all of you? Is there a club? Is there an association?
Oh my goodness. There used to be the National Medical Association chapter here in San Diego. It hasn't been very active. And so me and another physician were talking just about 6, 8 months ago about trying to locate all of the African American physicians, like try to make some type of directory and just get us all together in one place, even if it's just for a social, just to kind of introduce each other and get to know each other a little bit better.
As a Black woman doctor, what kind of challenges did you face, either in medical school or now that you are in solo practice?
Oh my goodness. How much time do we have? I think the first thing I experienced as a challenge was I had never really associated with doctors before. My mother is a nurse, and she was my first role model. I actually I was admitted to nursing school first, and that's what I wanted to do. But my mentor became a nurse practitioner. And after that, I said, oh, I want to be a nurse practitioner. My mother kept saying, oh no, go ahead, be the doctor, be the head of the team. I really didn't want to do the sciences, and I didn't want to do the math. It had never come easy for me. But I just decided to go ahead and do it. And I just got the tutors. I spent the extra time. I spent a lot of time studying. And those were the first challenges, like personally, for me to make that decision to be a physician. Just the basic things that happened. When you're going to college, I was the only Black student in all of my classes, so I could never be absent. I was the only Black student in the whole science building, so I could never be absent. And there were a lot of challenges and pressure of being successful. Having students talk about me, say I wasn't going to make it, I wasn't going to get into medical school, blah, blah, blah. Just overcoming those things. Once I got into medical school, there were still students in the class who were like, oh, well, the Black students are taking up the positions that the white students should have. There are 201 students in our class. There are 6 Black students in this class. We're not taking over anyone's position. So just trying the challenges of trying to make it and forming a community and encouraging each other. So there's lots of challenges when you go through medicine because there are people that don't want you to be successful. In medical school, I knew I wanted to be OB-GYN when I got there. I went to the chairman of the department my first year. I said, hey, I want to be an OB-GYN. He's like, oh, okay, yeah. My third year, I went through the rotation. I got an A in the rotation, and I heard other students were getting sub-internships at different places all over the country. I was like, hey, how'd you get that sub-internship? Oh, the chairman helped me. Hey, how'd you get that sub-internship? The chairman helped me. Oh, okay. I go meet the chairman. Now, I met him 2 years before, telling him I wanted to be an obstetrician-gynecologist. I went to him, I said, hey, I want to do a sub-internship. Oh, okay, that's good. He didn't pick up the phone. He didn't help me. He didn't help me get a sub-internship, send me off anywhere, boost my name up, nothing. So just striving, still enduring, right? Still being determined. Those are the things that are important. Even when people aren't helping you, yourself, so those are the things that I did. In residency, a lot of the other residents, they would get great cases. I would get little cases. Get the big case, I get the little case. Sometimes the teachers, they didn't want to teach you, or they tried to make you look bad. How are you going to make me look bad? I'm trying to help somebody, so those kind of challenges. But I had all kinds of mentors along the way and people who are really encouraging. And because there are only 2.5% African American female physicians in this country, your degree of separation is short. So the dean of the medical student of Morehouse Medical College was my mentor when I was a medical student at the University of Kansas. She was the chairman of the reproductive endocrinology department. When I went to residency and I walked around and was interviewed, I turned the corner and the chairman was a Black woman, one of only 2 Black women chairs in obstetrician-gynecology at that time in the country. So it's just so short. You see people on television like, oh, I know her, I know him. People are like, you know them? You're like, yeah, I know them. So that's the beauty of it as well. But then it becomes very sad because you realize there's just so few of us. Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you persevered.
I am too.
Now, I see you're rocking the pearls.
Yes, I am.
Okay, tell me why.
Well, for more than one reason. Pretty girls wear pearls. I am an Alpha Kappa Alpha woman.
Hello.
So we love to wear our pearls, and it's just a little way of representing, even in a small way, the sorority and the things that we work for.
So I'm going to let you shout out the AKAs because I don't think we've had any sorority or fraternity members on Motivational Mondays, but you know, I love my HBCUs. I love my Black Greeks. I love all of that. So for people who don't know who the AKAs are, who are they?
Alpha Kappa Alpha sorority was the first African American Greek letter sorority established on the campus of Howard University on January 15, 1908.
And everybody knows I love my Howard, my alma mater, so.
Yes.
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 All right, so we got a trailblazer here in more ways than one. I super appreciate you coming and taking out of your busy day to be with us here. I need some wisdom. I need some jewels. I know you got some gems for the people who are watching this morning as they are ready to prepare for their work week. What do you have to tell our audience today?
What do I have to tell the audience today? I think I was talking to one of my friends last week, and her daughter is in the Air Force Academy. She is actually finishing up boot camp this week. And she wanted everyone to write to her and encourage her. And one thing that I said in her Go Away video, and I tell this to young people all the time, is that, you know, it's not the smartest or the fastest person that is successful. It's the person that endures and that's determined. And that's what I tell students who want to go to medical school or students who want to go to residency, is that it's about endurance and determination, and not necessarily the smartest person in the room either. So that's kind of what I tell patients, what I tell students, medical students, residents.
I love that, because that's a good life lesson for everyone. You may not be the smartest or even the fastest, but just keep at your pace. You'll get it done. You'll make the mark. You'll reach your goals. So thank you so much for that.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Thank you so much for joining us for this week's Motivational Mondays. I'm going to see you next week, same time, same place, right here, with more inspiration to help you jumpstart your week. Now, if you found this week's conversation inspirational or motivational in any way, maybe you got a gem to carry with you throughout the day or the week, please feel free to like, comment, and share. Because remember, everyone can use some motivation. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. I'll see you next week.